quick summary of the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This book reveals a simple but often ignored truth. Power quietly shapes everyday life. It moves through conversations, relationships, and decisions, guiding who is heard, who is overlooked, and who advances. Many people sense it, yet avoid naming it, choosing instead to believe that effort and fairness alone determine outcomes. Yet beneath that belief, a deeper pattern operates: power. In the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene brings that hidden pattern into clear view. The laws beneath behavior. Law 1. Never outshine the master. People above you want to feel secure in their position. When you display too much brilliance, you risk triggering insecurity rather than admiration. So you learn restraint, letting others feel superior, even when you are capable of more. This is not submission, it is strategic invisibility. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Closeness creates comparison, and comparison creates envy. Friends may betray you unintentionally. Enemies, however, often act with clearer motives. When you understand incentives, you stop relying on loyalty alone. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. The more visible your plan, the easier it is to disrupt. When your direction remains hidden, others cannot interfere effectively. Mystery creates space for action. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Words expose you. The more you speak, the more predictable you become. Silence, on the other hand, creates tension and authority. It invites others to reveal themselves first. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation becomes your invisible armor. It shapes how people treat you before you act. Once damaged, it rarely recovers fully. So you build it deliberately and protect it constantly. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Invisibility limits influence. If people do not notice you, they cannot respond to you. Attention, even imperfect, creates opportunity. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Effort alone does not create power. Coordination does. Those who organize effort often receive recognition, while contributors remain unseen. Understanding this changes how you operate. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. When others move toward you, they enter your frame. You no longer react, you control. Influence begins with positioning. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Arguments create resistance. Action creates results. When outcomes are clear, opposition fades naturally. Law 10. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Emotional states spread. Negativity, instability, and misfortune can pull you down without warning. Your environment quietly shapes your future. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. If people do not need you, they can replace you. But when your value becomes essential, your position stabilizes. Dependency creates security. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm. Total honesty exposes you. Total deception isolates you. Strategic truth builds trust while maintaining control. Law 13. Appeal to self-interest. People act faster when they see benefit. Align your goals with their advantage, and resistance disappears. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Observation reveals more than direct questioning. When people feel safe, they reveal themselves freely. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. Partial resolution invites future conflict. When something is left unfinished, it returns stronger. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect. Constant presence reduces value. Absence creates space, and space creates appreciation. Law 17. Cultivate unpredictability. When others cannot predict you, they hesitate. That hesitation becomes your advantage. Law 18. Do not isolate yourself. Isolation feels safe, but limits awareness. Power depends on connection, not distance. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Misjudging someone can cost more than any strategy can recover. Awareness protects you. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Flexibility allows movement. Commitment can become a trap when circumstances shift. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Appearing less intelligent lowers defenses. Underestimation becomes a tool. Law 22. Use surrender as a tactic. Temporary weakness can create long-term strength. Yielding is not always losing. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Scattered effort produces weak results. Focus produces impact. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. Subtlety, charm, and awareness often succeed where direct force fails. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Identity is flexible. You're not limited to your past. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Appearances matter. Even necessary actions should not damage your image. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe. People seek meaning, direction, and certainty. When you provide it, they follow. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. Confidence creates momentum. Hesitation invites doubt. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Thinking only about the beginning leads to unintended consequences. Strategy requires foresight. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Ease attracts admiration. Visible struggle reduces perceived value. Law 31. Control the options. Give choices that lead to your outcome. Freedom becomes structured. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. Reality is limited. Imagination motivates action. Law 33. Discover each person's weakness. Everyone has a point of vulnerability. Finding it creates leverage. Law 34. Act like a king. Self-perception shapes external treatment. Confidence signals value. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Right action at the wrong time fails. Timing transforms effort into impact. Law 36. Disdain what you cannot have. Pursuing the unattainable wastes energy. Ignoring can signal strength. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Visuals and symbols influence more than words. Law 38. Think as you like, Behave like others. Blending in protects you when standing out would harm you. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Disruption reveals hidden truths. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Every gain has a cost, even when it is hidden. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Comparison limits identity. You must define your own path. Law 42. Strike the shepherd. Eliminate the source, and the rest follows. Law 43. Work on hearts and minds. Logic persuades. Emotion commits. Law 44. Mirror others. Reflection creates familiarity and lowers resistance. Law 45. Preach change, but never too much at once. Gradual change is accepted. Sudden change is resisted. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Perfection creates envy. Imperfection creates connection. Law 47. Know when to stop. Overextension turns success into failure. Law 48. Assume formlessness. Nothing is fixed. Adaptability becomes the final advantage. Power moves, and those who understand its movement begin to see it everywhere. In conversations, in decisions, in success, and in failure. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it.
Thank you for watching. If this content resonated with you, I would appreciate your likes and comments, which help this reach more people who might find it useful.